Alright, so my mom called. The baby goat water is empty. And now it's my job to fill it. Ow, this water's burning fucking hot. So I'm gonna have to set my phone down up here for this. Because I gotta spray out the water. Just a little bit though. They don't really make that much of a mess compared to all the other animals. Birch, what the fuck? So this is Calamity. We called her Calamity because she made a fucking ruckus. This is Birch. He's adopted. He's adopted because our only other male is spayed and murdered our fertile one. And that's Bullet. Bird's last child. And that's a chicken slipping under there. Bullet, stop. Or Birch, stop it. Birch is very annoying because he's a buck that has not been neutered. So he likes pouncing people. But like he's a bloodhound. This is their feed, they got plenty. This is Bird. That's Sparrow, Dixie, and our adopted. Ah! And Birch is trying to eat my hair. Sparrow is soon to be eaten because he murdered our other buck. He's currently wearing his collar. Dixie, which is now the matriarch, I think. She's strong. Our new goat, I don't know her name. And Bird. She's chill. She came from an abused household, though. So she's got a fucked up udder. I believe we got her from someone because they weren't milking her. So she got mastitis. Or breast inflammation, which is a nasty bacterial infection and caused in dairy goats due to the lack of milking. She caught it because her previous owners didn't really milk her. So we had to take her in. She's our oldest goat. And she has trouble getting on the milking stand because of how old she is. And her last child really screwed up her legs. He was heavy. He was a big boy. We actually called him Ruckus because he made a fucking ruckus. Anyway, I gotta transfer this water over there. our adorable turkey. These guys are being kept in here because we're trying to separate them from the normies. And these little fucks are trying to hard-boil their eggs. Now here's how. You grab a roti chicken. Take your hand right over the head. And you cover their head. And now you slide your hand back there and you just kind of grab and pull. And pull her out. And put her off to the side like that. It's very easy to represent on this chicken because she will not hurt a fucking fly. Like my finger is partly in her beak and she will not bite. You can just kind of... You can literally just go under her and just scoop her up. Holy. Now, since it's the California fucking summer, or it's like 29 degrees Celsius. And holy shit. So if these guys sit on their eggs, they basically just microwave them. Or they practically fry or hard boil their eggs if they sit on them. Turkey. That's horse pellet. Even though it says it's horse pellet, we give it to rabbits. The egg yield. On July 3rd. That's one carton down. Get out. Now, obviously, being a family farm, we lack the ability to pasteurize our milk products. What they don't tell you is it's only slightly less safe. Sure, it's not as safe as pasteurized, but... Not like we're drinking all that much of it. Because most of it goes to the chickens anyway. And because we make this nice milk fermented food for them. We use a bucket full of the normal chicken feed that we give them. And then like a gallon of milk. To make them this. And it's very rich in stuff that they need. Please buy eggs. Please, I'm begging you. We have too many. I can't even fit the cartons in. That shelf is full. That's full. We have way too many eggs. cheese. Now, besides eggs, and these guys, and those guys, are all the way over there, and those fat hens, you can obviously sell their meat too, which is what that tree is for. This is the murder tree. It's a giant eucalyptus tree. Second tallest on the property, I think. Excluding those straight ones over there. They might be taller than them. This tree over here is the tallest. It fucking towers. And it's technically 3 trees. Here we have all our butchering stuff. That's the pot we boil the water in, so we can get the feathers off more easily. Feathers. These funnels are where we put the animals. Also, we can bleed them out. Now, obviously, it's all done humanely. We put the chickens here, and we cleave through their brainstem with an axe, killing them instantly. And we just break the necks of the rabbits over there. So it's all done very humanely. And we don't really butcher out our own goats a lot. We call over a butcher to do that. Not because we don't have the heart to, but because we just don't have the facilities to. For fuck's sake, we have a cherry picker. Or that we have to use. Drop. The bane of mice. Protector of the chickens. Now, crows. Yeah. Hawk somewhere around here. Crows are actually helpful. You'd think that they are bad because they'd steal shit. Which, yeah, sometimes they steal stuff. Off like rabbit feet, but that's already something that the chickens do. And a lot of the time, obviously, we get tractor supply birds. They don't have the best track record for surviving. Considering a lot of them have all sorts of conditions like Rhineck. And it's the middle of the fucking California summer, so sometimes they just kind of overheat and die. It's kind of unavoidable. Now, it's not like we have like 20 chickens dropping dead every summer. It's like 1 or 2 new chickens. And it's because they have a lot of water. And obviously they have those shaded areas, which, because the water's in there, it kind of keeps the temperature decently well. They're like an igloo. No, but reverse. Anyway, that's a meat chicken. She's already pretty chunky. Jesus Christ. She's like double the size of all the other chickens. And those chickens are pretty old, actually. And you wouldn't know it, but a lot of these chickens are actually pretty old. One of our oldest chickens is probably Sussy. She's been around for a pretty long time. I mean, she's the only one of chickens that we don't really have any plans on butchering because she's just kind of like the oldest chicken. We've had her for a very long time. And she's pretty friendly. Unlike most who run away almost immediately upon seeing you because big human's scary. Sussy doesn't really run away as much, and she's rather easy to catch. These are all our rabbits. Now sometimes they escape and I have to chase them halfway across the yard. Hard to catch them. Which is why I need to do something. They aren't escaping through the door, but rather the babies are escaping through their feeders. Oh, hi, Mr. B. Miss B. Technically, all worker bees are fucking female. So I head into the tool shed. Jesus. Oh. It's a lock mechanism. We're gonna look for a pair of pliers. Pliers. They keep knocking down their water hooks and shit, and no. Or you assume, oh no, he's gonna use the pliers on the wabbies. What kind of sick fuck do you think I am? I'm gonna use it on the wires that connect the feeder and the water hooks so that they can't knock them down. If I can. Get out the way, bunnies. Oh, he bit me. They're bitey because they're hungry because I haven't been able to feed them yet. Okay, this is gonna kind of be a pain in the ass to do. Because I'm not sure if these pliers can even fucking bend. Please. Stop it. You don't bite. Okay, yeah, I think these pliers are too big. They're not the crushy pliers, they're the cutters. They're fucking cutters. These ain't what I want. On for that. I need smaller, more precise pliers. But these are good on water hooks because they're also quite easy to actually undo. Because you just gotta get like a small set of pliers, get them under there, and just undo it. Which is kind of necessary sometimes because obviously we sometimes have to swap them over. Feeders are not so much, but I don't have the correct pliers. My dad has the actual smaller crushing pliers. That would be useful for that. Because he's an electrician. It's technically not even a plier. It's not really pliers. It's more of a cutter. It's a cutter for wire. For electrical wire. Like this stuff. From the bin of scraps. Not really wire cutters, they're more wire benders. They are kind of polished. Yeah, they're mostly cutters in here. Punches. Don't really need to. Oh, hi, too. Get out of here, it's dangerous. Because shit explodes. All the fucking time. Anyway, time to feed and water the rabbits. And then get the fermented feed and give it to the ducks and the chickens. Now luckily I prepared all of this. Delicious rabbit feed. Turkey. And then we just chuck it up here. Chicken. Oh, I probably should have used the pliers on that rusty nail. Take off the water, take off the hook. Put the hook here. First, I'm just going to start by collecting all of these. So I'm going to set down my phone so I can do that quicker. Because I don't have a holder. So instead, I'll give you the live rabbit cam. Live. It's a YouTube video. What am I doing? Just look at the bunny. There you go. The shoe. It's turning like that so you can see it. just gonna collect all these up, and then I'm gonna do feed. And then I fill up all these little cans of water and stick them onto the cages. Not going in wet enough to use those dishes because they're easier to fill. That's because that would be fucking stupid. Hell, the only reason we're actually using in those little water tanks for the chickens is because the automatic watering system broke. Which is literally just a white tank that fills with water, and that water goes in the pipe, which goes up to little water drippers that they pack, and water comes out. I hate how uneven this surface is. Because the bottles keep tipping because the surface is way too fucking uneven. Oh, this is the feed. Are you fucking kidding me? She's not really pregnant, it's just kind of building that. She's just kind of rebuilding a nest. I don't think you'll understand how difficult it is to fucking do this when they keep tipping over all their fucking feeders. So I have to pick them up, put them back in. It's just a pain in the ass. Funny cam. Fucking. Good enough. Now, if you can't spare 30 minutes of your day, or probably 40, probably 45 or so, then you shouldn't be watching videos about chores lists. And technically a whole ass advertisement for a farmstead. my cane of astroturf. And this is my mom's old horsewhip. She's had this ever since she had horses. But at this point, it's just kind of used if Sparrow is trying to escape and break the fucking gate again. Yes. He has broken shit. And he has escaped on many different occasions because he's learned how to open the latch on the gate. Yeah, he's learned that if he jumps up and takes his front leg and pushes back on it, that he can open the latch and then push the door open. So we've had to add one of those camping clips on there so that he can't open it. It's time to fill the bottles. Take 5 lids off. I put the bottles on. Now spare some time out of your day and just fucking put it in here, because this takes a bit. After all, there's quite a bit of waters I have to fill up for quite a bit of rabbits. Now, again, there are concerns that they're in a smaller cage, but it's not like we have the materials to build 20 more cages. And hey, at least they're not. At least it's not 12 of them cramped into one tiny cage, which you might make the argument that cage with all the babies in it is, but newsflash, we don't have enough space, alright? To fit them all in, and that cage is like 3 times longer than any other cage. It's bigger. It's actually intended to hold several rabbits, to hold a large amount of rabbits, because rabbit litters tend to be quite large. And obviously we sell rabbits, we eat rabbits. And as we do that, rabbits in these cages and all the other cages are dispersed out. And as we sell and eat rabbits, obviously there's more space in different cages, which we start transferring rabbits into. Now, a lot of these rabbits in this back row are breeding rabbits. They're female rabbits. And these are usually used as breeding cages. And the cages, the middle row is mostly used for holding babies. Let me walk you through this. So this row is usually the breeding cages. It's where we mix male and female rabbits and store female ones. This is just an extra wing. We rarely do breeding things. It's just kind of, these are new. Usually used to hold rabbits we're going to eat, but not sure about these guys. This middle row is you can see by this middle row that the cages are much bigger. These are like the baby rows. They're where we put pregnant moms and moms who already have babies. And obviously just growing babies. And this cage we sometimes put rabbits to eat. And this row back here is kind of just miscellaneous. I mean, it's more of a male storage. We can also store like males in those cages back there. This is the big baby cage. It's where we throw babies that don't need their mom anymore. And then we just disperse them back into cages like that one. And it's kind of just miscellaneous. Sometimes there's babies in there. We don't really have a defined sorting system for our rabbits. That bug is about to get munched on by a turkey. I'm just going to show a whole row of waters being put on. And then I'll set it down and do the rest. Okay. All these waters are on, and I'm just going to set it down. Give you live rabbit view. And go through the rest. Much better. You can see the rabbit. If I had the time, I'd film this for like an hour and turn it into a study music montage. But it's the California summer, and that's something I'd be more likely to do in the winter on a rainy day. And with a full battery when my phone won't fucking explode and overheat from all this. Study time rabbit. Just a camera view of a rabbit with fucking lo-fi beats. And that would probably become the fucking most viewed video on my channel if I did that. Especially on a rainy day where you can hear the rain. Definitely needed a shield. Actually, no, I could actually just put it up top here. And like prop it up so it gets kind of a view where you can see the whole cage. Okay, Mr. Chicken. Here we have a beautiful chimpkin. If you can grab it in your hands, it probably belongs in your farm, as a wise man once said. As a wise man that owns a capybara once said. And now I'll show you the feeding process for the chimpkin. When will you learn? Comment down below if you've ever had a rabbit. And say your thoughts over this assumption. And honestly, your thoughts on the backyard farming industry in general. Which is where your Happy Meals come from. Not to scare you away from eating McDonald's, I do it all the time. It's fucking delicious. And I'm not PETA level where I'm gonna say eating meat is terrible. Well, because I do it all the time. It's delicious. And a perfect source of protein. And some essential vitamins. And it's needed for brain development, which is probably why some vegans are so stupid. There's a very specific vitamin that can be found in certain meats that's essential to brain development, known as vitamin B12. This deficiency is probably the reason why vegans are so stupid. Crows. Crows. Vinegar. Chicken. Skull. By the way, that tear skull is actually from Roadkill. You see, a long time ago, before Gen Beta was born, my dad's friend who drives a Jeep hit a deer. And he called the sheriff. And the sheriff is absolute fucking Giga Chad. Allowed him to keep the deer because he didn't want it to sit on the road and rot. No. He didn't want to butcher it out.